And remember, Kylian Mbappé came from PSG. You cannot take away anything from him. The young man is good, but at PSG, they never won anything meaningful. They were looking for a Champions League. They even brought Neymar. They even brought Messi, but they never won a Champions League. As soon as Kylian Mbappé left PSG, boom, Champions League was in Paris. This was exactly what was happening at PSG. Mbappé was always at the top, scoring, making noise. But look at even the mighty Messi when he joined Kylian Mbappe's team. He looked average. But I'm not talking about soccer, I'm talking about your company, which is being destroyed by the Kylian Mbappés of this world. They've got too much ego. They think they are the best. They think they are the only ones who are going to build your company. Hello guys, welcome to the Vendor's Corner. It's Jerry Monyazungu, aka the Chartered Vendor, and today I've got something interesting. I hope you watched the match which was there on Sunday between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and Barcelona ended up winning 3-2, and Rafinha was the man of the match. And I'm not going to talk much about what transpired during the match, but I'm going to talk much about what transpired after the match. And I want to tell you, the reason you can go for a strategy, you can strategize for a whole week, even if they're going to give you a month, even if they're going to give you a week, a year to strategize, even if you're going to strategize in China, in Japan, or probably if you go to the space with Elon Musk to strategize, so long if you've got a bad apple in your team, so long if you've got someone with ego, or that person who thinks that they're bigger than the team, your strategy is never going to work. So I'm going to give you 7 reasons why you should never tolerate someone with an ego in your team. But I'll start with the story which happened on Sunday between Barcelona and Real Madrid. So after the match, it was a Spanish Super Cup. And after the match, when Real Madrid was receiving their silverware, Barcelona gave a guard of honor. So this is a culture which is there in football. You give each other guard of honor. So they gave a guard of honor to Real Madrid. But soon after, when the Barcelona guys were about to get the guard of honor, Xabi Alonso said all the players are supposed to be giving guard of honor to the Barcelona players. But there's none other than Kylian Mbappé who said no, he refused. And the players had to follow Kylian Mbappe's instructions. So I was confused. Who is now the coach? Who is the manager of the team? It was now Kylian Mbappé. And it never happened, and it faced criticism around the world. But this is exactly what's happening in your team. So see what happened. Xabi Alonso resigned on Monday. He had to resign on his own terms, and he cited big egos in the dressing room, and he also cited that there was no support from the management. And mind you, this was not the first time happening. There is a match when Vinicius Jr., when he was substituted, and he went straight into the dressing room. That's what happens when you coach people with a lot of egos and when you cannot control the dressing room. So the question which I have for you, Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. Senior Manager, are you in control with your dressing room? So I'll give you 7 reasons why you should never tolerate big egos in your team. Number 1, it destroys culture. So I've often said, if you want to destroy any organization, if you want to destroy any institute, don't even take its people. Destroy its culture. When you destroy its culture, you're done. So if you notice, when I'm going to refer you to football again, it's not the first time Kylian Mbappé joined Real Madrid. Up to now, they've never won a silverware. And remember, Kylian Mbappé came from PSG. You cannot take away anything from him. The young man is good. But at PSG, they never won anything meaningful. They were looking for a Champions League. They even brought Neymar. They even brought Messi. But they never won a Champions League. As soon as Kylian Mbappé left PSG, boom, Champions League was in Paris. As soon as Kylian Mbappé joined Real Madrid, trophies disappeared. I don't know, probably this isn't the win, but culture will break. A bad culture is something else. I'm simply saying, these guys, they break culture faster than a bad strategy. So I'm saying, if you've got a wrong person in your team right now, you need to make guts. And you don't know, these people now, the reason why they're not fired, if you look at Kylian Mbappé, it always say 50 goals, 60 goals. But what is the contribution which you're going to get from other people? So, number 2, they will reduce team output. So you always get that person giving you 120%, but all the other team members will give you 60%. And when you're going to average that, you're going to notice that your team is not operating at 100%. So that team will lose. So this was exactly what was happening at PSG. Mbappé was always at the top, scoring, making noise. But look at even the mighty Messi when he joined Kylian Mbappe's team. He looked average. Even Neymar when he joined Kylian Mbappe's team, he looked average. Even Hakim when he was part of that team, he looked average. But as soon as that man left Paris, what happened? The team was successful. So I'm not talking only about soccer. It also even happened in my team at M&J, where you've got this guy who thinks that is the person who's giving you even air to breathe. When they leave the team, they'll even say this company is going to collapse. But when they left, boom, sales increased by double. They double. So they create fear, not excellence. They've got threats. Don't substitute me like Vinicius. Don't come after me like Kylian Mbappé. They create fear. So all the players who followed Kylian Mbappé doesn't mean that they agreed, but they create fear even to the coach. They create threats even to the leadership. That's why you notice that Xabi Alonso had to resign. So that's point number 3. And point number 4, they undermine leadership authority. These people, they create their own rules. If work starts at 8, they'll come at 8:30 because they know that there's nothing which you're going to do to them. That's why you are a hostage in the company which is established. This is what these people think. They think that if I'm bringing 100,000 in this company, I'm bringing half of the revenue of this company will go down as soon as I leave. So they don't respect leadership. They create their own rules. They think they're mightier. I have noticed one of my young men in Zambia worked with this young man. So one of my supervisors was looking at, he was busy. You're relaxed at home. You're busy checking on your status. My supervisor bumped into the status of this other young man. He was saying, where I worked like 4 people. He said, no, the message was, if I resign where I'm working, they need 4 people to replace him. Wow. Those are the Kylian Mbappés of this world. As soon as I noticed that, we had to chuck this young man out of the team. Because no one plays in a team when they think they are bigger than the team. Even the founders is not supposed to be bigger than the team. So they undermine authority. They undermine leadership. When you've got the Kylian Mbappés of this world, a team will always win. Then number 5, they drive away high quality talent. See what happened when Xabi Alonso came, yet Kylian Mbappé, and he removed this other young man called Enrique. He's now playing somewhere, I think in Monaco. High talent, and this young man is now scoring there. They chase away high talent. I had one of the girls who was my supervisor in one of my division. So this girl was very powerful. She thinks that she knows everything, to the extent that even the guys who used to produce, they were now just leaving her to do whatever she wants. She drove away quality talent, and she was amazingly. These are the young men We thought that he was done. He was never going to produce. As soon as we had to let this lady go, amazingly, this young man is one of our best people now. Why? Because when you keep the Kylian Mbappés in your team, that's what they do. They chase away high-quality talent because they want to be the only one scoring. That's why you notice that if you've got this type of people, I think even this season, Kylian Mbappé is at 25 goals. Guess where the person who is following him is at 6 goals. He's not a team player. He wants all the glory. Even if sometimes when someone scores, when another person scores, they don't celebrate because it's always about them. They are the mightier. So that's point number 5. Then point number 6, they replace systems with dependence. If you're following up our podcast, we always say systems, build systems. So a system is something which it doesn't have to depend on individuals. If in your company, you have to depend on a person, just to check if you don't have a Kylian Mbappé in your team. Talented, but you cannot do without them. They're the only ones who can do something. So which means you have a wrong team. You have a wrong person in a team. They destroy systems. They want to hoard information. They don't give information freely. They want to they hold secrets. If it's a good salesperson, he will never share what he's doing to make sales. Why? Because they are the Kylian Mbappés of this world. They will destroy a team. Then the last point, they kill accountability. Mistakes gets excused. Deadlines gets ignored. Performance gets politicized. Because they always say, if you do this to me, I'll leave. Like Vinicius was even threatening. If this coach stays, I'll leave Madrid. What did the Madrid have to do? Because probably they think Vinicius is better than Xabi Alonso. They had to sacrifice the coach. Now, the new coach is coming. I think they've took a guy called Arbeloa, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon my football knowledge. But I'm not talking about soccer. I'm talking about your company, which is being destroyed by the Kylian Mbappés of this world. They've got too much ego. They think they are the best. They think they are the only ones who are going to build your company. So if you've got a Kylian Mbappé in your team, you have guts to kick them out. And you want to see if the company is going to go down. I've kicked out many Kylian Mbappés in my career. I think almost every year or after every 2 years, we've got a phase where we have our Kylian Mbappés of this world. And it's easy for us to kick them out because it's only the system. It's only the team which has to win. I would rather win with a team of average players than to win with a team depending on a Kylian Mbappé. Thank you so much. Until next time, watch out in your team. Do you have a Kylian Mbappé? Watch out. Check out. Thank you so much. Good evening. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Bye-bye.